Hey everybody, Mark Agnesi here in the back room of Norman's Rare Guitars. Welcome back, and thank freaking God, it's time for the final guitar of the day for the week. Oh boy, Guild 12 from yesterday.
Bye-bye.
Not a 12, the F50, the big 6-string. Gone. And what up, Levi? Way to get that, dude. He's a big Flat Top Friday watcher. Congratulations on getting that guitar. Also, the really clean red ES330 from Wednesday. Toodles. That one's gone too. So yesterday I was telling you about some stuff. I can spill the beans now. If you follow me on Instagram, you've probably already seen it, but I got a call from my buddy Dean Del Rey, who's a stand-up comic, a couple days ago. Bill Burr, the comedian, was actually a customer of mine as well. Bought some stuff from us, but Bill was doing the Forum last night, sold the place out. Dean was his opening act. Apparently, stand-up comedy for sound check, that's like a 10-minute process for sound check. Like, check, it works, cool. So they had the Forum to themselves for like 6 hours in the afternoon. So they rented a bunch of backline gear, and me and Bill and Dean Del Rey and Conan O'Brien stopped by later and sat in for some songs, and a couple of the rest of the boys. It was a lot of fun playing on stage at the Forum, but completely empty. Usually, like my other gigs back in the day, no one came. It was just a far more empty room than I was usually accustomed to. It's a lot of fun. Thank you, Dean, for the invite. It was a lot of fun. And congratulations, Bill Burr, selling out the Forum. Don't forget to send in your set list to Jen after tonight's episode, and we'll be giving you guys away some free merch again. Where are we doing on followers, Jen?
We're at 269?
269.
268? 269?
We're getting close. We're about 30,000 away from hitting the 300 mark, and we're going to give away something good. It's freaking Stratter Day. I had a Strat. There's no shit. I sold this. I had a 64 Strat, just came in yesterday. Sold it about an hour and a half ago. Had a set list plan for it and everything.
Should have done it earlier.
Somebody was at, you were at, she was out. She was out of the building. It's gone. So the Strat's freaking gone.
Okay. What's your name, sorry?
What do we do when we don't have Strats?
Oh, right, okay. Thanks, Stephen.
I don't have one of those either. Yeah, Les Paul Jr. No, don't have one of those. But when we don't have a Strat, we normally do juniors. When we don't have juniors, we'll do a Melody Maker. Come on back. It's a cool one. It's from 1960. Original Gibson Melody Maker D. Dual pickup, stop tailpiece. Original Sunburst finish.
Okay.
Ugh, all checked out and vibey. Which reminds me, one of my favorite female artists of all time, Joan Jett, who I love. Joni. It was Joan's 60th birthday this past week. So, shout out to Joan Jett. And, because this is a Joan Jett kind of guitar right here. Famous for playing the Melody Makers. We've done some of the SG Melody Makers. It's the first time we've ever done version 1 Melody Maker. So Melody Makers come out in 1959. Up until this point, the Les Paul Jr. was kind of the student model guitar. By this point, though, Fender had kind of had the Duosonics and all those kind of small student style guitars kind of came out, so Gibson needed something one step below. Melody Maker is what they came out with. Now, what made these a little bit less money? Obviously, it's a little bit thinner body. But all of the electronics, the pickups, and everything came pre-wired, kind of like a Strat, onto this pick guard and just got dropped into the body that was already routed out. Unlike the other guitars where, you know, there's plastic, you got to set pickups in, run wiring through, solder everything together inside of it because there's cavities in different spots. All this just drops in one solder joint, boom, done. So that saved them a lot of money. Again, this is the first version. There's a lot of different Melody Makers. So this is version 1, which is the single cut body. Basically looks like a Les Paul Jr., but thinner. All right. Now they do a Melody Maker and a Melody Maker D. This is a D. D does not mean double cutaway. Those come a little bit later. D means dual pickup, and that's a crop. Means other things too. On this particular case, it means dual pickup. Jesus, children watch this show. You know that. Yeah, so there's two different versions. You have the single pickup, the dual pickup, and then within those you could have it with the stop tail piece, or it was also offered with the, once you get into the double cut ones, with the wiggle stick. This would be the most desirable version of this guitar. Single cutaway, dual pickup, stop tail. Okay? Other than that, everything else works the same. 3-position switch, volume and tone for each. The Melody Maker pickups are basically just kind of like their version of a single coil. They still bark a little bit, not quite as much as the P90, but they still bark. Look at the vibe on that, man. Look at the checking.
I see it.
This is not going to replace your Les Paul Jr. If you can't afford a Les Paul Jr., you'll probably dig the shit out of this. If you already have a Les Paul Jr., you like it, this would make a great slide guitar companion. Put the action up a little bit, play slide on this. You kidding? By the way, let's talk neck. It's a 1960. Boom! It's still got the 59 neck on it. Oh, feels fantastic. Just perfect. Just freaking perfect. Let's go to the couch, pay tribute to one of the most badass chicks in rock and roll, and call it an end to the week here. Let's go do it. All right, we're out front. We have the 1960 Gibson Melody Maker D, dual pickups, single cut body, Sunburst finish. We're going through 64 custom deluxe reverb today. All EQs at noon. Just a little bit of reverb. OCD on the floor, just to get it sounding a little more Joan. Let's listen to that neck pickup all by itself. On middle position, combination of both of those pickups working together. Lastly, bridge pickup, wide freaking open all by itself. See what we can do here. From 1960, original Gibson Melody Maker D, 2 pickups, single cut body, original Sunburst finish. Lots of cool vibe and checking all over this guitar, and it still has that big old 59 neck. Man, it's a pretty good, it was a student guitar back then. Still might be a pretty decent student guitar right now for the rockers out there who want to plug this thing into a Marshall and turn it up real loud. I like it a lot. There's your freaking Straturday. Sorry. What do you want me to do? Follow me on Instagram and Twitter, at Mark Agnesi. Follow the store at Norman's Rare Guitars. Check this and the rest of these guitars out online at normansrareguitars.com. Make sure you submit your set list to Jen for the merch giveaway on Tuesday. And you guys have yourself one hell of a weekend. We'll see you guys back here for an all-new week of Guitar of the Day next week. See you next Tuesday. Peace.
Bye.
Joan.